When will the next Bitcoin trading opportunity appear? If you are interested in this issue, please follow me. Welcome everyone to join the WSOT Cointo team. So far we have 704 friends participating. We are the 9th largest team in the world. The team with the most players according to the rules of the game. The more chances you have to win the ranking and share the bonus. So now I pay out of pocket. There are still about 13 days until the competition registration ends. Then every day I will read from my friends who participated in the Cointo team. Draw 3 friends to get $30 T each. Can you find out? This is mail. You just have to show your proof. Take a screenshot and send it to the Cointo assistant mailbox. Like this friend yesterday, he sent his proof. Then we'll transfer the money directly to him. You can find us directly inside. Transferred money to him and it worked. So if you say everyone, if you want to get this cash. What about the cash? Just join my team to score points. Then I'm at the end of today's program. 3 friends will also be drawn directly. To show fairness. Then we will send the results of the lottery directly. Posted in the message area. Okay, let's go back to the Bitcoin board. Some friends say that we will talk about contradictions. Then I personally don't think there is any contradiction. In fact, from the Sunline, we are still going long. Although he is weak. But still go long. He usually has inertia in the market. And usually quotes. It will go further than everyone expected. Usually like this. So I am now in the situation of taking long positions on the daily line. My personal consideration is more callbacks only do low. Well, actually we were before. I believe in places like this before. Many people may have increased positions and long orders. Or chasing more. It's not suitable. What are we going to do? Actually much lower. Looking for a low position. This is good price. Really is the key. Especially what we do is. Contract trading is leveraged again. Then let's look at the current board. On the daily line, we are looking for opportunities to do more. Actually the entry point? We must have been able to tell from 4 hours. From 4 hours you can find out. Although we are looking for opportunities. But for 4 hours, he was actually in a bearish trend. What about against the background of the bears? He is not suitable. Or, what signal are we waiting for? He hasn't shown up yet. Before that. What about when you go through this market? I would have thought. Why signal that he may appear long signal? Or the signal for the start of our next market? He may have appeared. But what about our subsequent market? It can also be proved that. Oh. It turns out that the possibility of this increase. What about the possibility of becoming a new wave of bulls? Is already disintegrated. So I was when walking out of this market. I just placed a multiple order. A bottom position with a relatively small position. What about after he appeared on the following K line? I'll leave it full price. Then this can also show the importance of price. Although this is relatively left. What about when we entered the venue? It can be considered that all are in batches. Like I am now going in batches. Just a little on the left side. Then slowly increase the position on the right side. Until he really walked out of a big market. Actually the price will not be too ugly. That position has also been filled. I think it's the best way. At least the best I've personally tried. In fact, judging from the current situation. Hey, after we leave. Can prove it. He still needs to find another good early stage of rising. He still needs time. Looking at it now. He's going to be out in a short time. Feel like unlikely. At least he's going to go for a while. It's going to shake for a while. Only then can he get out. The starting point of our next long market. So although we are on the Sunline. We're looking for low many opportunities. But we start from 4 hours. We are walking short. And right now, it feels like the short position is pretty strong. Then nothing happened to us. Bulls are a clear signal of strength. There is no entry signal. So we are at 4 hours. We can't find a price for entry. But I'm not short either. Because if you say short. In fact, he violated the trend of the entire daily line. It's just that we're short for 4 hours. So I can't find a chance to do. So we're talking about the whole big structure. In fact, we see from the daily line. Where were we before? We have talked about our rise can basically be divided into 2 parts. This is the first segment up. It's going up in 3 waves like this. What about the middle? He walks a big wave of callbacks. Of course this level is different. So we use lines of different thickness to represent. Then we are behind. Would you think? We have to go again. This 3-wave rise. The rise of these 3 waves. At least judging from the current disk. I don't think he can walk as strong as before. And he will be more than expected. I expected it to be weaker. After all, our callback. He really took too long to call back. Then he went too weak in the first wave. You can take a look. Below the same level. Our first wave. Now the first wave is going like this. Then we look back and forth before we. First wave before us. The same as the first wave of 3 waves. He's gone so strong. So it can be seen that even if we have a wave behind, it's impossible for him to walk as strong as we did before. Must be much weaker. So. You might say. How do you determine this point? It's not out yet. Or when will your callback end? In fact, I do not know. Because of the waves, it is the structure that weighs. Not point. So I'm actually not sure about this point. However, we can refer to the previous callback like before. It goes. Let's measure. It's actually going. Came across between 0.5 and 0.618. So it's a callback between 0.5 and 0.618. After that we start the second wave. Actually we are here. What about its callback? If it is also walking like before. If it is between 0.5 and 0.618. That's actually quite reasonable. What about us now? In fact, the tip of the needle has touched 0.5. The entity is around 382. If you say. If it is between 0.5 and 0.618. In fact, just like last time. At once. A match. Very much like this. In terms of the magnitude of his callback. But in fact, we take the current callback point. If we draw a trend line. What about drawing a trend line here? You can find out. In fact, our needle tip has already touched this trend line. So. I would think that if we were testing to the tip of the needle in front of us. That is, if we have K-line entity. Back to our previous needlepoint words. That's very bad. Around 28,500. So this place is my next favorite. Very important place. If he still has a physical part, he can still roam the place. If. Then I would think Bitcoin is really in jeopardy. Let's go back to 4 hours. Back to 4 hours. Actually we just said. We've been waiting for the daily. It has a low chance. But let's cut it down. When looking for an entry opportunity. We'll find out. Actually in 4 hours. It follows a wave of strong bearish trends. Short is still relatively strong. At least much stronger than bulls. The bulls didn't show anything. Signs worth entering. At least for now it seems that there is no. The previous one has been shattered. Since we are going short. We must draw a line. Descending curve and the only one. Then we were before. We are drawing this. What about this one I think? He is completely unworthy of our attention. Why? The first one is him. Has been breached. Since he has been broken through. He's actually useless. At least I don't think he has reference value. Then it's among us. There are actually 3 points of contact. And these 3 points of contact, he is not. Well. Can be too aligned. In fact, there are quite a lot of blank spaces in the middle. So our trend line is not very classic. Very textbook trend line. Since our line has expired. We really don't have to think about it anymore. I think what's really important to us right now. What we should pay attention to is this trend line. This trend line has 4 clear points on it. More than the 3 points we just mentioned. In fact, the trend line shows that there are many contact points. Although there is a blank space in the middle. But the 4 touch points. I think it must work. And he hasn't been breached yet. That line is also a relatively slow trend line. So what do we do next? If you break through here, we have a chance of ushering in our next wave of bulls. If you don't even break through here, what if the trend line is not broken? We're going to say the next wave of bulls. There's absolutely no chance of this. Now we're down there. The more important support is at the position of 29,000. That is, what are we fighting for? The fight is that he falls below 29,000 first. Or break our trend line first. Which one happened first? In fact, he can predict the long and short future of the market. So judging from the current situation, I feel like the Air Force has an advantage. From the perspective of 4 hours, the Air Force has an advantage. Because we have been running against the position of 29,000 for a long time. This is not good. Because if say a good support, he should demand. Should have a rebound. But judging from the current situation, this phenomenon is not obvious. Then I'm more worried. Good. Let's cut to another hour. Another hour. You can find. In the middle he walked a big wash of this kind. After going down. Pull up immediately. Pull it up and drop it down immediately. This draw door pin back and forth. Then go this way. He must be washing the dishes. Actually, we are here. We've been shaking for about a month and a half. A month and a half is a long period of shock. Quite long. As a relay point of view. Really long. In fact, if we talk about trends, in the past 40, it's at least 10 days. It's not right to do. Just the first one is ahead of us. This break doesn't count. The box in front of us. It's not right to do it. If you do the trend, or do it later here, is actually incorrect. Maybe doing it in this place. Can't say it's incorrect. But the quote's ahead of us. He's really shaking. It's been shaking for a long time. Those who make trends really need to prepare. Because it means that our next wave of trends is coming soon. At least I think so. And what? We've been shaking here for so long. He will definitely usher in a very good trend. Then this is what I will definitely take care of next. So in this place, we have to pay attention. The more critical price points we just mentioned. What if he really moves? We can join without hesitation. That side. And then eventually you can make a profit. Well, you are very welcome to join me. Coinsto team. Then we'll pull it out. Today's lucky winner. Oh wait. Our current. There are 705 people in the team. No problem. Then let's go from 1 to 705. We'll just pick 3 numbers. Okay, then we smoke. Smoke. Good number 14, number 369. There are 604 awards. Congratulations to the 3 friends. Welcome these 3 friends. Well, send the relevant certificates to the mailbox of the Kabito assistant. And receive cash rewards. This is cash. Direct debit. It's not an experience fee or something very. Welcome to click below the video. WSOT coin token. The link of the team is also very welcome. You can use Bybit. Now KYC deposit $100. Just give away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin contract positions. Really very thank you all, bye.